Australia just delivered its biggest property tax shakeup since 1999. From the 1st of July 2027, two major tax rules that shaped Australian investing for decades are changing. Negative gearing rules are being restricted, and the 50% capital gains tax discount is being replaced. Treasury says these changes will raise $3.6 billion over the next few years. But the bigger question is this: will any of this actually make housing more affordable?
Before we do though, quick disclaimer. Nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not a licensed advisor. This is purely educational. Do your own research. Talk to a professional if you need to. All right, let's go.
There are two separate policy changes here. They work differently and they affect different investors. The old system had two investor benefits: a 50% discount on capital gains held for 12 months or more, and full negative gearing, rental losses offset directly against wages. The new system replaces both. Capital gains now get CPI indexation. You are only taxed on real gains above inflation. A 30% minimum tax applies to those real gains. And negative gearing on established property is quarantined. Losses can no longer offset wages. Now here is the critical part. The rules that apply to you depend on when you bought and when you sell. Bucket A, bought before July 2027, sold before July 2027. Old rules apply in full. Nothing changes. Bucket B, bought before July 2027, but selling after. Your gain is split at the boundary. Let's run through a quick example to make this concrete. Sarah buys an $800,000 established property in July 2027. 3 years later, she sells for $953,000. Nominal gain, $153,000. But here's where it gets interesting. The ATO indexes her cost base to inflation. Her real gain above inflation drops to around $92,000. And that's the number they tax. Sarah's on the 45% marginal rate. Under the new regime, she pays $41,000. Under the old rules, $34,500. That's nearly $7,000 more just from the CGT change. Now the crossover. Already own property, you're fully grandfathered. Nothing changes. Full stop. Buying a new build, old rules still apply. Negative gearing and the old CGT discount, both intact. But buying established property after July 2027, both reforms hit you at once. Quarantined negative gearing and the new CGT regime. If you already own shares or property, here's what changes. June 30th, 2027 is your dividing line. Gains before that date, old rules, 50% discount, same as always. Gains after, CPI indexation and a new 30% minimum tax floor. Quick example, 50,000 in ASX shares, now worth 66,900. At a 45% tax rate, your bill goes from $3,800 to $4,600, about $800 more. Manageable. But here's where it really stings. Same gain in a low-income retirement year, 15% rate. Old bill, $3,750. New bill, $13,000. The 30% floor overrides your marginal rate completely. Hold shares inside Super or an SMSF, you are completely exempt. The 15% super tax rate on capital gains is unchanged. This rule is not changing. Here's the key question. Will any of this actually solve Australia's housing crisis? Treasury's own modeling says house prices may grow around 2% slower than they otherwise would have. And roughly 75,000 more owner-occupiers could enter the market over the next decade. Rents rise by less than $2 per week at the median. But the structural problem remains. The National Housing Supply and Affordability Council forecasts a shortfall of 262,000 dwellings against the National Housing Accord target by mid-2029. In 2024, Australia completed just 177,000 homes against demand for 223,000. Tax reform might change who competes for homes, but it doesn't automatically build more homes. And right now, supply is still the biggest constraint. So here are 3 things I'll be watching from here. First, politics. The coalition says it plans to oppose and repeal these reforms, so there's still real policy uncertainty here. Second, investor behavior during the transition window. We now have more than a year before the new rules begin. That could trigger tax planning decisions, portfolio changes, or shifts in property demand. And third, overseas examples.
New Zealand and Canada both introduced similar tax changes and later softened or reversed parts of them after market pressure increased. Australia's rental market will probably become the biggest political test for whether these reforms survive long term. One more thing before we finish. I've built a free interactive CGT calculator linked below in the description. You can test your own numbers and compare how the old and new systems work for both shares and property. If you found this video useful, subscribe to ASX Desk. More ASX analysis coming each week.